Hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger. Um, Pardon me if I sound a little bit different today. For past few days, I've been having a bit of a mild cold. It's made my throat a little stuffy and I'm sneezing a little bit. So forgive me if I'm gonna be coughing at a few times, or I make these weird noise like something like that. But anyways, you've seen my office, which won't be my office for long because next month we'll be moving out. Now, might as well give you a bit of a tour of my room where I sleep and stuff. So let's let the tour begin. So here's my bathroom. There's a bumblebee poster of Transformers there. So also what you were seeing earlier was my wardrobe with my clothes and stuff. And over here is a poster of Wallop, Snapshot, Food Fight, and Chopper. It was from an Epic magazine. And here's the Skylanders poster. This is the 3DS poster for Spyro's Adventure. The one, as you can see, it has Dark Spyro, the additional Skylander exclusive at the time. But later, he got re-released as a separate figure. I have another poster which is my most favorite, which is I preferred the other one more because it helps me understand the order of Skylanders more. I tend to go with magic first, then earth, then water, then fire, then tick, then undead, and then air and life. Now I've been using that type of order ever since then. So over here's a few books, some writing books. I have a King of Fighters. The game is downstairs. This is just the packaging. It has other things in it, like a couple of not poster, character pictures, and a CD that has the music stuff. I keep this hidden because let's just say one particular character looks like very suggestive. You know why she wasn't included in Super Smash Brothers? Because the creator of that game said Smash is only for good boys and girls. Yeah, let's just say it has an exclusive picture of her in this. I tried to try it for my parents. Now over here's an LGBTQIA plus book. Helps me identify folks of the LGBTQIA plus community. There are a few I noticed were missing, like autosexual, as in attracted to oneself. I actually learned about that a few years ago. And I think another one called fictosexual, as in you're in love with fictional characters. I know a person in Japan who was like that. There's some Tom and Jerry Legos, some dinosaur things, some additional drawings I have. These are not the only drawings I have. And some more books over here with. These are not the only ones. I actually got this from England. This is what I got recently. And this may be the last thing I purchased before we move out. It's the novel of Dracula by Bram Stoker. I don't know why, but even though I'm a little squeamish when it comes to blood and disease, a guy who likes Mortal Kombat is a bit squeamish of blood and disease. I thought about checking out the Dracula book because I heard none of the movies follow the book super closely. I mean, let's just say none of the none of the films showcase the accurate way of how Dracula gets killed off. But Coppola's, the one with Gary Oldman, it came the closest. But even that has its difference. While the 1970 film starring Christopher Lee is the only one that has the old man with the mustache depiction like in the book. Got a couple of sonnets by William Shakespeare. These circular things here, that I got them from a Kickstarter supporting Rock Sugar. For those who don't know, Rock Sugar is basically a mashup band is formed. The lead singer is Jess Harnell, the voice of Wacka Warner, live action Ironhide, and Crash Bandicoot, and he basically combines two or more songs into one, like "Pour Some Sugar on Me" and "I Love Rock and Roll," and it's called "I Love Sugar on Me." Some jewelry stuff. There's my Nintendo Switch package, and there's my actual Nintendo Switch there. Over on this cupboard here, we got Tree Rex. This is printed from a Keizo magazine. Wreck-It Ralph poster. Hello, look! Wanted. Owl Lady. Reward. Is it a billion or 1 trillion snails? It actually was from the book of the Owl House. It's basically a book version of the Witches Before Wizards episode. It's one of the only 2 books in existence that's Owl House related. There's no art book. There's no graphic novel thing like with Gravity Falls. There's no additional journal thing like with Marcy Wu. There's not even a Good Witch Azura novel, which I heard they were supposed to make, but unfortunately the publisher was a little too cheap to pay the writers. And over here is these are my PlayStation 2 games. You're wondering why some of them are in different like packages and stuff, because well, here's a fun fact. Malaysia likes to pirate a lot. They used to pirate a lot of times, and I basically almost every PlayStation game I got is pirated, like this Ratchet and Clank game, which is Codename Kistic Store game, and L Asterix and Obelix. Here's a little Ed, Edd and Eddy Misadventures, the Crush Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex. I would, in fact, I used to collect about over 100 or maybe 200 of these games. I guess I think starting with the PlayStation era, the pirating thing started to increase. So over here's this thing. It was supposed to be a stop motion thing. I was originally supposed to use it to make stop motion stuff. It never really worked for me, so I decided to leave it in the room for a bit. I wasn't too sure how it was gonna work. And over here is I got these figures of Optimus Prime, him, and Devastator. They each have the speaking thing, like Optimus is like, "My name is Optimus Prime," and how you transform him is that you have to keep rotating Optimus until he's a truck. There's Devastator, of course, based on the Revenge of the Fallen one. Sorry, no scrotum, but unlike the other Transformer combiners, the trucks and stuff, they all have only one form, which is the body parts. They don't have a robot form because it was a bit too complex. There's just some papers over here. There's some magazines and stuff. I'll have to sort each and every one of them when we move out. Over here's a treasure chest. Got a few My Little Pony Friendship is Magic ones. This is my first one. And Blossom Forth. It was given to me by my sister. A little Rainbow Dash, a little bit of Twilight. There's a kickback from Fall of Cybertron, a Creo or something, Build a Transformer thing, another Pinkie Pie. There's a treasure chest here, which I think it has my Game Boy Advance. And there's a McDonald Megatron, some more My Little Pony thing. Is Pinkie Pie with her Chinese New Year thing. I actually got her back in 2014 during the Year of the Horse. There's a lion painting which I got from a art gallery. There's the picture of the Beatles. There's the Infinity Gauntlet. There's I think this is supposed to be like it's supposed to be a flu virus thingy to kill something. Over here is one of my more recent. These are some of my more recent buyouts of Transformers. Scorponok, which is a vintage figure. It was re-released. old classic Beast Wars, slightly repainted to look more like the cartoon. There's the miniature Rise of the Beasts Rhinox, and who was redesigned to look more like the Beast Wars cartoon than the Rise of the Beast counterpart. Speaking of Beast Wars, here's a 2014 re-edition of Rhinox where he looks more like an actual rhino and has a bit of transformation thing. Maybe one day I'll probably try and get my hands on the masterpiece. Oh, poor Lego Deadpool, he just fell, and poor little Applejack, she also fell. Over here is Rat Trap, another vintage figure. All you gotta do is just flip the tail, and he can transform. And I think this is my most recent one. Optimus Prime from Fall of Cybertron and his ability to War for Cybertron, I meant. And he has the ability to yeah, it's based on the War for Cybertron thing. Now you're probably wondering, why is there an extra hand on his axe there and why is it not there? Well, apparently the figure the version I got, the hand keeps slipping out. So, and yet that one with the gun thing, it doesn't slip out that easily. There's some puppets. There's a crocodile and great white shark puppet. My aunt got me from Australia. There's a little squeaky toy. I just want to do some sound effects, that's all. A rhino and a hippo. There's a Fiona from Shrek Forever After thing. There's a cabinet. Play miniature figure of Street Fighter X Tekken, which I got. And there's a toy clown and a toy leopard. Yes, fellas, I actually own an Emoji Movie item. It was in a charity thing. So I didn't like anything there, so I thought just for charity I'd buy myself an emoji thing. There's a manta ray there. Over here's our Mr. Men and Skylanders bathing soaps. They're all empty, but I didn't want to throw away the package, so I kept them. Over here are the Nintendo 3DSs of the Skylanders games. I was originally going to do another Skylanders with different songs videos, but with focusing on the the DS versions of the Skylanders. But the YouTube's new policies on music kind of enforced me to cancel regular versions and instead just resort to just doing them in short forms. And there's also this wooden gun thing. If you use it to shoot rubber bands. And over here's a Ceratosaurus. I forgot to tell you about that. And over here's a collectible coin of SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm not sure if it was given to me as a present or I bought it myself. Oh, and in case you're wondering, yes, that is Mr. Potato Miss Prime. Mr. Potato Head with Optimus Prime. I heard nowadays it's called just Potato Head, so they allow some NB Potato Heads. And over here is a calendar of Transformers. Was a 2023 calendar. There's a Peanuts calendar for 2022. And over here are some drawing books. Some of them are empty, but some of them have been filled out. There's the canisters of my Eons Elite. The figures are someplace else. There's all the Skylanders novels. You know, the Machine of Doom, the Masks of Power series. Somebody should do a movie version of them. I think they'd be interesting to do. Over here's a little book thing where when I was a kid, I used to print a lot of things and store them in book lists. Like I used to do an Impossible Creatures thing. These are all the 76 animals from Impossible Creatures combined. The official ones, not the fan-made mods like Creature Chaos or Terralorian, or the more recent ones like Dino Dawn or Echo Mod. Check them out. If you're still playing Impossible Creatures, check them out. Oh, you get to play as a T-Rex now. And over here is a couple of annuals, like Skylanders annuals, Beano annuals, some comics like the Three Stooges and Pocket Princesses. Those based on the Pocket Princess thing. Some more drawing stuff. And then there, I got some Asterix and Obelix comics. And my mom was a huge Asterix and Obelix fan, and I too was that. In the drawer, these are all my portals. Haven't used them in a long time, like since the last decade. Some Disney Infinity portals and the Mixmaster part of it. It's my old pencil case. And some more drawings. It's a character I came up with named Ratquarius. I plan to do something that combines both the Chinese and Western zodiac. Over here is just my clothes, but on this drawer, some CD case here things, some puppets, and some Transformers animated characters. There's Lugnut, Blitzwing, Grimlock, Starscream. I think I see a Shockwave too in an old Bumblebee. Over here is some Lego stuff. There's another Starscream, and there's some Lego-y stuff. There's camshaft. Some of my Bionicle bits are broken, unfortunately. The joints are not very strong. This is a Nerf thing. This is my Chompy puppet. It's not really a Chompy, but it was a puppet. I got it from IKEA. And over here is a Rhino picture I got from England. I wasn't too sure where to hang it. And some pencils. There's another drawing book. I often like to keep drawing stuff in case I feeling a bit bored. Sometimes I like to draw some really, really weird stuff. Like super weird. Like off the wall weird. I'm gonna try here's a more sensible one. And like here's this picture of my mascot Black Rhino Ranger with his Intricatheer girlfriend. Intricatheers are the largest land animals, or more specifically a Paraceratherium. I nicknamed her Indrica because that's what, based on the term Intricatheer or Intricatherium. Nowadays it's Paraceratherium, but there's another Transformers book here. Yeah, it's I'm thinking about maybe one day I should give Black Rhino Ranger a girlfriend, or I'm not sure. I'm still deciding. I'm still deciding if he should. Some Nerf guns I got. I basically thought, hey, well, they look cool. Not only did they look cool, it was perhaps to help me design better cartoony-looking guns. Because they say... one particular criticism I had with my Black Rhino Ranger mascot is that the guns I gave to Black Rhino Ranger seem a bit too realistic and not super kiddie-friendly. So they want me to make guns a bit more cartoony and stuff, or let go of the guns completely. So I'm trying my dang hardest to try and find something to make my guns look more cartoony, so that's why I bought these for inspiration. This here is the Rex Rampage. Gives you, and it's still working. It gives you a machine gun type of feel. I bought this gem many years ago. I basically bought it because it reminded me of the Crash Bandicoot gems and how many you have to collect. Here's a Mortal Kombat statue of Scorpion stabbing Sub-Zero. It's drooping, unfortunately, because I think when we were moving out, Sub-Zero and Scorpion was squished a bit. So, yeah, but hey, it kind of looks like he's falling over here. So it kind of works fine. Some news article thing. Here's a Mike Light from Monsters University. Inside this box is a Bruticus figure. I love the Combaticons. In these drawers, it's basically some childhood memories. Here are my cards for Skylanders. Speaking of Skylanders, you wondering where they are? Here they are. These are all the Skylanders I have. They're all tucked away in these boxes because they were collecting a lot of dust and I was sneezing a bit. They say if I leave them, and the cleaners refuse to clean them because they worried about toppling them over and stuff. Down below are my Spiral's Adventure and Giant Skylanders. In the middle is my Trap Team and Swap Force Skylanders. And over here is most of the Disney Infinity characters. I was able to squeeze in, I think I was able to squeeze in about 100 or more. And now, of course, I couldn't squeeze in every Skylander or Disney figure, so I gave some more over here. So over here is the most of the senseis, most of the ultra decorative vehicles, most of the rest of the senseis, the variants of the superchargers. Here are the vehicles themselves, most of them at least. Over here is the Disney Infinity play sets, the creation crystals for Imaginators, as well as some items there. The variants of Trap Team, the adventure packs and items of Spiral's Adventure, Giant Swap Force, and Trap Team. The superchargers, main superchargers, the variants of Trap Masters, and the rest of the Disney Infinity figures, and the variants of the Imaginators. And I also have a few Amiibo figures. And speaking of Amiibo, here are my these are my more recently purchased Amiibos of Kazuya from Tekken and Sora from King of Hearts. There's a little crystal there, and he's sitting on a SpongeBob mouse pad. Used to use that a lot. There's a poster I have of Skylanders. There's a mega poster that came with the Dark Edition of Skylanders Swap Force. Speaking of posters, here's the poster of Skylander Superchargers. Now, the funny thing about the Superchargers poster is that it assumes you have Spitfire and Hot Streak. Even though I bought the Wii, actually it was somebody else got me the Wii U version that has turbocharged Donkey Kong and the Barrel Blaster and Hammer Slam Browser and the Crown Cruiser, both of which are not featured on the poster. It's a bit of a scheming thing. They should have fixed that part. And also, I never bothered putting the stickers on the characters because I didn't think it was that necessary. And speaking of posters, I forgot to mention earlier, here's my Giants poster, the one that has all the Giants. Of course, each element has one Giant, one new character, for 3 reposers, and 1 light core. There's the one for Swap Force, which has which has 7 characters. So 2 swappers, 2 news, 2 reposers, and 1 light core. This one's a bit hard to see and stuff. And then there's the Trap Team, and this one is the Dark Edition. It has all the characters from Trap Team, all 57 of them, plus the Dark Edition's characters. This is the only time I actually bothered to put some stickers on Nightlight, Spotlight thing. They never came with proper Nightlight and Spotlight stickers. I had to use those types rather than the figure type of images. At least I got some fine ones with the dark and light trapped villains. And speaking of traps, here they are. These are all the traps, and the villains are still inside the traps that I put out. All the Doom Raiders are trapped there. Maybe not all for. Okay, some of them might have been mixed up. Yeah, I think some of them have been mixed up. I think I might have. These are the only ones I have not put away. And I think these are the ones that have been collecting a bit of dust. And finally, here's the Imaginators poster. Now, this one actually does have the guests, Dr. Neocortex and Crash Bandicoot. And it's also the other one where I bothered to put in some stickers. And it features the ones that I was the most proud, the creations the ones my first creations from each element. One of them is Hot Kicks. She's a fire brawler, and um, okay, so this is a strange thing for me to say, but I imagined her having no upper extremities, but but she mostly relies on her fire abilities, her ability to kick fires. She is one of the characters in Skylanders University. Yes, I'm still working on it. Please stop asking. And she also has but for Imaginators, I thought giving her some fiery pals to help carry the rings for her. Vulture Sculpture, who is an undead knight. In university, his abilities are to create statues of people and then one extra chick, and he revealed their skeletons. In in Imaginators, he's a knife because it comes with swords, and I can imagine he would carve skulls with swords, and toss a few skulls. Rhinestone, he's a rhinoceros. Smasher. He's a Earth Smasher, and much of his stuff is Rhino based, with the Rhino armor and the hammer thing. Drainstorm. It's he's the one I was hoping to make the most. He's an undead bazooka, and his of course his abilities in Skylanders University are rain and drain abilities. He has a rain cloud who falls with him, who supplies the ammo, and he has a drain like weapon. And Illusion, who's a magic sentinel, she's based on she's based on a fellow portal master named Crystal Blazier. She's basically my interpretation of her as a Skylander. Just like my mascot, Black Rhino Ranger, is, of course, Skylander's interpretation of myself. Though I do plan to make a regular series of him someday. Propellerit is an air ninja, basically a little squawky parrot who throws propellers. Komodo, he's one of my oldest created Skylanders. He's a life shooter, quick shot. A Komodo dragon who shoots leaves, I guess. Crocodile, he's a tech sorcerer, able to control time, just like Deja Vu and Entropy. Cosmetricia, who is a dark swashbuckler, and she's all cosmic and sparkly and stuff. And Thunter, a light bowslinger. It was basically supposed to be my my Skylandery take on Hunter from the Spyro franchise. And over here it's just my regular, just some random stuff. Oh, there's bulkhead. So yeah, fellas, that's my room. Oh, and over here are some more books. There's my Macromedia Flash book thing, some Skylanders, my official guides to Skylanders. Here's the art books of Crash Bandicoot and Spyro Reunited Trilogy, as well as the artworks of Skylanders Swap Force and Superchargers. I bought them on eBay. They were not released publicly, but Crash and Spyro were. Yes, fellas, even though I try not to talk about them too much, I still own Growing Around by the mysterious Mr. Enter. I have heard he is distancing himself from this book, and recently he has talked about something of a false accusation of something. Not necessarily about him, but about another famous animation reviewer. Basically, that reviewer is known for the what the hell type of things like that. Some more books like DC and Looney Tunes, Transformers. Some I kept as a kid, others I gave away. There's the Squeeze Box, which I got from getting the what was it again? Sorry. Oh yeah, the Squeeze Box by Weird Al that has all his CDs plus some medium rarities, ones he has not released public. And down below, just some 2 rhinos. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is a Groot pottery. You can put a little plant on it. I am Groot. So, There's an owl in my house. I just had to say that just to reference this, right? Okay, here's a little bonus miscellaneous. Let's go outside for a moment and take a look at, here's some more of my other books. And I tend to use this a lot for reference of which animal to use. Ninja Turtle books, a Pokemon over here, some more Beano and Heart Attack, and some more Skylanders and comics. Some I had since I was a kid. Others I got recently. Here's a little standees for the light trap characters. Here's a Monsters University book. Some Amazing Animals things, some Berenstain Bear books, some Bionicle books, some poetry books, some dinosaur books. There's a Skylanders A to Z book. There's a And one more little bonus miscellaneous. This little room where never mind. It's something else. Somebody else is occupying it. Nah, never mind. So over here is this drawer where we kept a lot of things, but I want to show you the ones that I have, that I kept personally. This is wrapping paper. It's where I keep my old laptops. That's not it. Wait. No, these are just memory photos. These are memory photos. These are memory photos. And maybe this is my, some gym stuff. This is like my old camera holder, my camera backpack, my old pencil case. That's what I meant. This is where I put my clay stuff. I have a lot of clay stuff since I was really into Aardman, and I really like to do stop motion, even though it's like really difficult and stuff. I would try and buy as much clay as possible. Unfortunately, clay doesn't work very well in Malaysia because it often breaks apart because of the moisture of the atmosphere. So I think this is where you have to. I think claymation is best suited for England because the atmosphere is not so dry. Some more clay props. They were supposed to be for when I do some stop motion stuff. Here's some more clay stuff. There's a Skylander figure thingy. This is where I used to have owned that to bring in some Skylanders. Unfortunately, there's like too many I had like so many Skylanders that didn't fit in. Now over here is where I keep my PlayStation stuff. My PlayStation 2 is over there, and there's a manual for PlayStation. There's a PlayStation Network thingy. I even kept some of the PlayStation 1 stuff. It was a thing from my friend, and I have all of their stuff. I even have a. Oh, so that's where I kept my PlayStation 3 version of Street Fighter X. I need to bring that down. And it's a Spyro the Dragon, the classic one. There's a little Simpsons Hit and Run, the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy game. So yeah, that's where I keep my PlayStation 2 stuff. I really need to bring this down. Fellas, that's and over here is there's a Muhammad Ali picture, and then there's some pictures of animals I got from Australia, from Perth, including a numbat, a wombat, and a quoll. So yeah, fellas, that's and a Stoke-on-Trent picture where Shakespeare. Oh no, that's where Stoke-on-Trent was. That's where I was born. So yeah, fellas, that's my tour of my room as well as some other things, and hopefully in the future I'll be discussing about all these papers that I have, like showcase a bit of memory lane in case I need to bring back some names. They may come back in context if I want to come up with something new or something like that, just to bring back some old memories. So thank you for joining me on my tour of my room as well as bits of my house before I move out. This is my equipment and gym thing. And I'll see you all. And it's a pity to leave this house, but what can you do? Hope you've enjoyed this video.